This is this is really hard to do, but even after 12 hours of thinking about it, sleeping on it, I woke up this morning, a bit longer than that actually, I still cannot willingly continue. I'm quitting Arcade. I'm done. And there's numerous reasons as to why, and I thought everyone deserved an explanation. Considering I'm an officer of hypervigilance, I've been around since day one. I was in like 3 months of the alpha, in a game that I recommended to many people, and even now I can't recommend the game anymore. The base reason why I'm leaving is just the game is just not fun anymore. I feel like I'm fighting against a system that's trying to keep me where I am. I've got everything else I could ever want that doesn't have an element of RNG to it. You know, built both my cars, got my Pegasus, my Mirage Donkey. I got my battle bear. You know, got my Clipper and got the propellant for it. Got my Obsidian gear. But I'm at that point now where to progress my character, I have to fight a system that willingly keeps me where I am or worse, with an extreme failing chance. It took over 100 armor regrade scrolls to push my armor to unique from Arcane. I then used one Resplendent on the chest piece, went down to Arcane, and 40 armor regrades later, it was still Arcane. It hadn't even moved, it stayed at Arcane. This might be just my bad luck. But it was at that point I had a realization that I'm not playing this game for fun anymore. This is not enjoyable. I'm fighting the system in order to try and have fun, and I'm just not having it. I come on every day and I do 3 hours of dailies and events that are just mundane and trivial. And then I'm either running packs or I'm farming coin purses or doing something to get money so that I can dump it down the toilet in a system that seems to have a 1% chance of success. So the only way for me to progress now is if I threw down $1,000 on Apex and sold them to have enough money to get that progression. That's where I'm at with my character. I'm at a point now where I could quite easily just drop Patron and just PvP, because there'd be no point in trying to push my character any further, save for T4ing my Obsidian gear, which that in itself has an element of RNG to it. Like, I'm fighting a system to get an Ethereum armor piece, which is exceedingly expensive. It's just, you know, and anyone who says that, you know, the 3,000 for an Ethereum piece is cheap, go look in a fucking mirror, man. I have to ask how many from accounts you've got rolling for you. You know, I'm rolling 4, and if it takes me a week to buy an Ethereum piece, that's too long to progress my character. It's way too long. The community was still there. You guys were still fun. But there needs to be more than just a fun community, because we could just go and play a different game and still have fun if the gameplay in that game was fun. If the gameplay in this is just no longer enjoyable, it's a chore, it's a job. So I already work 20 hours a week plus and then have uni on top of that. I have too much on my plate in order to do this as a job. But no, for a long time I had those 2 points and I was enjoying the game. The third one, it was there for all of 2 weeks after the Golden Runes release. It was to have a competent developing and publishing team that would push the game in the right direction to keep it fun. That's almost never been there. Tryon and XL Games have done what I would consider the biggest, fuck up of this decade when it comes to MMOs. Arcade could have been the game to play But they never listened to any of the alpha players. The changes that we said needed to be done never happened. We saw straight through their bait and switch of multiple things they were trying to do. The removal of the 10% more gems for patrons buying credits. Was it a 10% discount? It was one or the other. And it was meant to be retroactive. Never happened. They said they'd never do server merges because they know that's a nightmare. Now we have that on our plate. 3 land grabs were totally screwed up. They didn't listen to something that I said, that small houses need to be worth more than 15 Gilda stars, need to be 50, and thatched 75. Otherwise, the day one land grab is just going to be people re-rolling characters to get 15 Gilda through the storyline, which is what exactly happened. The first month of the game was unbuilt plots everywhere. It took them months to fix the land hackers. There's exploits in the game that they didn't realize, they didn't even know were there until months after it'd been taken advantage of. And to this day, there's still people wandering around after the honor exploit with over 100,000 honor points on their character sheet to spend that never got penalized. Or if they got penalized with 3-day ban, the honor was never removed. The Apex exploit, the box exploit for Archeum tree saplings, the rumbling Archeum tree saplings, which led to the absolute demolishing of the Thunderstruck tree market, which has stayed down ever since. There's just so many things that the Aurora launch and the Castle Siege is still to this day being broken. And then they release, and then you just look at the cash shop, and it's hard not to scream pay to win. It really isn't. They made Archeum even harder to get for coin purse farmers and put that amount they took away from them to the Radiant Tree Saplings, and then increased the Archeum drop rates out of their fucking cash shop boxes. It's just, they normalize all of the gliders in game, and then they have these gliders which only come out from a box or a loyalty store, which you need to be saving loyalty for 2 to 3 months, that don't just have a turbo boost skill, but also the bomb drop skill from the Thunderbolt glider. Yeah, maybe minor, but when you say there would never be anything best in slot in the cash shop, and then you release the fucking Squirrel glider, and you look at the skill set that it's got, and it's arguably better than everything else. It's even better than the Thunderbolt glider itself, because it has an extra skill on top of it. The removal of all the stats from costumes, there's no point on going and trying to find a costume. I mean, if those stats were still there, I'd be in the library right now. I wouldn't be bored. Just the removal of Gilda stars from Continental runs, which I thought was a terrible idea. The addition of stabilizers, the removal of selling a pack overseas for gold, except for Friedrich. The addition of the Abyssal Kraken, the Friedrich Gold Trader, and Mist Marrow at times that only help Prime NA players. Extending Halcyon peacetime to 9 hours. I'm just mad. I'm too mad. I'm salty as fuck. I'll admit that. I really am. But I cannot, and I will not, willingly play this game anymore. My subscriptions have already been cancelled. Even though there's 50 days on them, I can't log on to play the game. I'm just gonna... I might come back when 2.0 hits. But I'll never drop a dime into this game. I have a few Apex on that account still, and I can just reactivate my main for Apex. It'll be one of those things where I just earn enough money to buy the Apex in the month and I just PvP. Fuck, I might go pirate if I ever do come back. But to progress in that game where I'm at now, is it's not it's a chore. It's a nightmare. It feels like a job, and I've got enough of that to do in real life. The guys are hypervigilance. I'm sorry, but I have a favour to ask. The plots I have in Falcorth and Silent Forest have a total of 74 larders sitting on them. 50 in Falcorth, 24 in Silent Forest. I was going to get Calipark to move them and get the gold, keep a share for himself, and use the rest for guild events. It's up to him and Nekotart and anyone else. I'm going to just, I'll come on in a couple of days and I'll pull them up and I'll put them on a plot. I'll send that plot to guild and I'll let everybody know. Or let someone know so they can move them. But I'll be ripping up that land manually in order to give it to one of you guys directly if you want it. If by Sunday night after work I come on, I'll do a final call and there's still no one wants that land, I'll just be demoing it and there'll just be open space, or I'll find someone who a neighbor to, they can have it, or I just might let it time out, one or the other. But I'll make sure those ladders get to somebody. But yeah, I'm done. To Quipor, Koshka, Jantira, Nekayuki, you guys are the last ones standing from 2 months ago. We were working so hard to get that 500 guilder house that never went down. I never got to place it. Shadow Stream, Shadow Mike, Lilo Duke, Sarah, Surreal. I don't play anymore. And I still have that deed. Cripple's got it. She got the mail to go with it. That's why I'm leaving. It's yours now. Do what you want with it. Sell it, use it, throw it. Your choice. I'm gonna go play Warframe. And then I'm gonna do some uni work. And I'm gonna go to work. I'm done. See you guys.